And it's go time. 26 cars roaring down to turn 1 to start an hour and 15 minutes of racing. Lembergs with a good start. Topinka looking down the inside of Rebecci, and there it is, a little bit of contact, but Topinka is through now. He's past Rebecci right at the start. And the rest of the grid slowly filing through turn 1, and yes, everyone has managed to get through that successfully and without crashing, so that is some good news. Now into turn 3, however, it's Lembergs round the outside into turn 3, doesn't get the move done, not quite, he's showing the outside to Pinker, trying to make a move at some point as well. Let's see how this goes into turn 4 though. Marcy's still ahead, and we've got Topinka behind Lembergs. Two Lamborghinis maybe looking at a move here. There's Topinka going the usual line, Lembergs going defensive, so does Marcy. And Topinka trying to go around the outside. He says, "Oh, don't worry about me. I'll just stick it down the inside into turn 6 instead, maybe." A little bit of late braking. Oh my goodness, there's Rebecci also going around the outside through turn 6. Topinka not quite clear there, and we do have some cars dropping down the grid. A couple, no, all still pretty good. I don't think we have any major issues. 197, just a slow start, but he did start from the pit lane, and Rebecci's dropped down a couple positions. Here's Jackson looking at a potential overtake onto Pinker into turn 9. He's still there, but he does back out slightly, and Craddock now past Rebecci into turn 9. There's Avanios not too far behind. Oh my goodness, Rebecci's dropping down the grid. A bad run through turn 10 for Craddock though, and Rebecci's back past him. Is he able to bring it over to the left into turn 1? Not quite. There's Lembergs having to defend from Topinka in the foreground. Lavanios now going down the inside of Craddock. And it is interclass racing at this point, but there's Schubert in the background. Not interclass racing. Schubert maybe an overtake into turn 3. Oh my goodness, there's a car stationary. I'm not sure who that is. Here's Schubert down the inside into turn 3. Keep that braking nice and neat, gents. Still there, half a car's length, but he's stuck now behind Craddock. He's got nowhere to go. Oh my goodness, and he touches the back of Peters. And they're still side by side going into turn 4, but it's a better exit for him despite Craddock getting in the way. Here's Manship as well, potentially getting involved, and Schubert has made that position. So that is Schubert up into P8, and there's Manship going slightly slow. Dutton looking at a position swap there, and Lembergs and Jackson are now fighting over P3. So there seems to be things happening. Janssen now down the inside of Huben into turn 1. Nice clean racing between these two, interclass racing. And there's stuff happening all over the place. Fox and Simmons now into turn 3. Fox there, he wants that position so badly, he dives for the apex. How will his exit compare to that of Simmons though? The Mercedes maybe dropping slightly back, just a little bit off the throttle. Dutton and Peters also just swapped the position. Here's Simmons now going around the outside into turn 4. He's got some extra exit speed. How will that help him mid-corner though? I'm not sure. We've got Warburton going a little wide, a little down the inside. Here's Simmons now, the inside of turn 5. He's got that run. Oh my goodness, and there's a Porsche going perpendicular to the track, drifting. And is that Simmons with a move down the inside of turn 5? No, that is him. There's Fox going wide, and it's again Simmons just there. He's still there. He wants that position going down the inside. He has backed out a little, but that has forced Fox out wide, and it's great racing between these guys for P2 in the Pro-Am class. Here's Simmons now going around the outside into turn 9. Again, these guys are fighting so hard over this. Simmons, a better exit. No, he's drifting, in fact, and there's Puller. Oh my goodness, Simmons trying to cover off Puller, and that has put Puller almost into the gravel. In fact, it's Simmons going wide. Here's Pfeiffer now, about to make the overtake into turn 1 potentially. He's got some extra speed on him. He's already got his nose down there. He's got half a car's length, so he does have claim to that corner. Simmons setting in. Yes, some good clean racing here. A bit wide from Simmons, trying to keep that exit speed up, but he cannot do anything against that fast Ferrari, and that is Pfeiffer up position as well. Here's Warburton also looking at a position. Oh my goodness, the Pro-Ams are bringing it all today. 2 Mercedes and a Ferrari, almost 3 wide. There's the Mercedes diving down into the inside, and that's a brilliant overtake from Simmons. Maybe a bang on the side of that Ferrari, but great overtake. Just dove for the apex, and that is a position made up for him. Alpha now in the background making a position on the Mercedes ahead. Warburton having to defend. No, there's Warburton. Oh my goodness! Oi! Just keeps it out the back of the Mercedes in front. Warburton almost into... Oh my goodness, here we go. It's all kicking off now. Puller past Warburton. Warburton diving down the inside of Pfeiffer, almost into Simmons. Just kept it out the back of him. And here's to Pinker, only 0.1 seconds off of Marcy into turn 3. This is for the overall race lead. To Pinker, goes round the outside. Marcy trying to defend. How will this all pan out? They're both using as much of the track as possible. Marcy putting up a good defense to put his car almost in the middle of the track. How do the exits compare to Pinker? He needs a good exit if he wants to keep this position. Really squeezing Marcy as much as he can, but he's ahead now. Marcy has no claim to the corner. Woo! And there we go. That is the position made up for Pinker, who takes the race lead. Alfred's maybe had a dodgy exit out of turn 4 into turn 5. He's going defensive, forcing Janssen round the outside into turn 5. The left-hander into turn 6 and 7 now. Oh my goodness, and that's Alfred with a bout of oversteer, and he's lost both of those positions, potentially more than just those two. And here we go, Fox right up behind Manship now. This is for the Pro-Am class lead, the Pro-Am race lead. This is incredible. We're seeing a whole new boatload of firsts. Here's Fox, he's got nowhere to go. Simmons is right there. 3 drivers all battling for the final couple podiums. Sorry, not the final couple podiums. The only podium positions available for the Pro class. Simmons forcing his way down the inside of Fox. Fox is trying to squeeze him into turn 3. They're right in the middle of the track. Oh my goodness, and that's Fox into the wall. Fox and Simmons collide, and Fox is now into the gravel at turn 2. A little bit of argy-bargy, too tight to defense there. It was fine as it was. Oh my goodness, and there's Craddock. Hello. Simmons almost getting taken out by the nose of that white McLaren. Simmons now spins out as well, so Pfeiffer suddenly finds himself promoted to P2 in the Pro-Am class. Look at that. Craddock now just lost the position to Huben, and Curtis just me. Oh my goodness, and there's a huge crash. There's Huben and there's Warburton, both scattered across the track, and Craddock regains P2. There's Alfred having a little look down the inside, making Van Lagen think. Van Lagen stuck behind. Oh my goodness, and there's the oversteer we were talking about during qualifying. That is Van Lagen also going round, and Alfred just sails by. Says thank you very much. Simmons just lost the position. Again to Fox. Here we go. We saw this fight just a couple seconds ago. Fox trying to defend. Oh my goodness, and again some argy-bargy. This time it was Simmons' fault, and he pulls over to let Fox by. If Fox can recover. There we go. So some good sportsmanship here, but argy-bargy is still alive. Argy-bargy in the HSR GT3 Championship is still alive and well. Unfortunately, Craig, 17 minutes of racing, so it's good to see some tight lap times between them. But Marcy's gone wide. Here's this Lindbergh's opportunity into turn 9. Yes, it is. Down the inside. And Marcy tried defending it. He can't really do anything. Goes back to the outside. That's Lindbergh's position. And there we go. Marcy has to back out of it. It would have been a bit of a scary position to overtake. So that's Lindbergh's up into P2. Who knows? Maybe Marcy was the faster driver between these two. He certainly thinks so. He wants that position back. Back around the outside. Lindbergh's trying to defend. But Marcy says, oh, don't worry, I'll go around the outside anyways. Rebecci also getting involved. 3-way battle here for P2. And it's still Lindbergh's down the inside of Marcy. Marcy can't quite get that position done. He's not quite past yet. But here he goes. Round the outside into turn 4. Maybe. Lindbergh's trying to hold on to that position as hard as he can. Woo, some close racing here, but they give each other just enough space. And that is Marcy back up into P2. Great overtake from the Aston Martin. It started all the way down in turn 3. There we go, you can see just a little change in speed. There's Lindbergh's choosing, nope, I'm going to stay on that outside line. Rebecci now a move down the inside. Clean overtake, oh my goodness, except that Lindbergh decides, hey, I'm going to just give you a little tap just to say, hey, I don't quite appreciate that, but anyways, just keep going. Or he might have been trying to give him a bump boost out of turn 3, you know, just a little boost on the exit, you know, just give him just that little bit of extra oomph to get off the hill. And the battle of the Porsches resumes again. Tyler and Alfred a move down into turn 4, right in the middle of the track. Tyler not really defending it. The blue Porsche concedes it fairly easily, and that is Alfred up to P17. Clean overtake. But here we go. Rebecci and Marcy getting a little close to each other. 0.3 seconds between them, and that's a good exit for Rebecci. He's got his nose down the inside, and he's passed already. Wow, so minimal defense from Marcy on the exit of turn 3, and Rebecci just goes sailing by. Really quick change for position Is there going to be a move into turn 1? Rebecci defending again. This is not too great a prospect. Marty having to go around the outside of turn 3. Rebecci just going for an inner line. And there's Lindbergh's also potentially thinking about it, but Rebecci is still holding on. Rebecci still holding on to P2, still holding on into turn 4. Marcy going wide. How does this fare into turn 4? That is Marcy ahead by the time they hit the apex. So he has claimed to that corner, and he then takes P2. He's got the slipstream down into turn 4. Jackson is defending his position as hard as he can on the straight. Will it be so into the corner? Yes, it will. Jackson going very defensive, not even on the left side of the track. He's only on the right hand side of the track. Lavagna trying to go around the outside into turn 4, but looks like Jackson's defense worked. Lavagnos now only 0.1 seconds off Jackson, back up again. Here we go into turn 3. Lavagnos again being forced to go around the outside. Jackson in the middle of the track defending his position. Is Lavagnos ahead by the time they hit the apex? No, he isn't. Jackson once again with a brilliant defense, keeping Lavagnos behind. Curtis now right up behind Janssen. There's Curtis in the Mustang making a move down the inside of the Porsche. And that is a clean overtake for the driver in the red, white and black car. Down the inside into turn 1. He's had a good exit out of turn 10. They're both neck in neck. Has Curtis got half a car's length? Yes, he does. There we go, fully alongside by the time they hit turn 1. So he's got claim to that corner. And Puller being forced wide, but Puller... Curtis now again with a run down at turn 1. Puller deciding to go defensive yet again into turn 1 for the first time, though. He's going defensive into turn 1. The other turns he's been a little bit more defensive, but there we go, the cutback. Oh my goodness, and they collide, and that is almost Curtis into the wall. Puller, I'm not sure whether there was any contact with the wall for him. It doesn't look like it, but they were both very close to it. Puller and Curtis collide. There is Curtis giving the position back. Again, great to see the sportsmanship on display going on. And here we go, Curtis on time. Oh my goodness, and Warburton going around in the background. Oh my goodness. And Curtis now down the inside through turn 2. Maybe a little bit of argy-bargy there yet again. And Manchip and Ozdu still going at it. Look at these two fighting hard but fighting fair. There is a gap between them. Manchip now the inside line claimed as they head into the right-hander. Okay, so there's Puller down the inside of Curtis, and on the braking, just a little tap, and that sent Curtis straight on into the gravel. Is that a rough exit out of that corner? Curtis has had a good run. How does their pace compare? Huben's going defensive. Here's Curtis now down into turn 1. He's got the inside line. And that is Curtis up to P2 for the AM class. Brilliant overtake. So here's Fox at turn 4. Curtis behind. Looks like we caught it just in time. And it's just suddenly going slow into the gravel. And then into turn 9. I suspect same thing happened. Oh my goodness. Oh, and that's what started all the chaos. And Peters having a look down the inside, making the Vanyos think for a little bit. Under the acceleration though, Peters has a great run through turn 5, and just like that he's ahead. Wow. 3 seconds of Vanyos, only 0.2 seconds. Here we go, three-way battle. The McLaren, oh my goodness, and he's gone sliding. Oh my goodness, and Rebecci just keeps it out the side of that grey McLaren. One of the drivers just did not give the other driver enough space. Oh my goodness, Rebecci and Peters getting real close into turn 3, and that's Rebecci passed through turn 4. Oh my goodness, he's still there. Peters not quite giving up the position, but on the braking, who will get ahead? Peters round the outside into turn 4, still hanging on. Rebecci on the inside, they keep changing positions. Rebecci still got the inside line through turn 5. That'll leave Peters with the inside line into turn 6. Rebecci almost goes around the outside, but that is Peters then. Rebecci right up behind Peters as well, 0.1 seconds. They're alongside each other now into turn 3. Rebecci choosing the outside line. Peters trying to defend. Again, Rebecci is thwarted, but on the cutback, he's got a better exit, and that is Peters then, conceding the position to Rebecci for P4. Here we go, so Dutton on Schubert into turn 1, braking, and just a little tap to the rear. So under braking, here's Pfeiffer, absolutely charging, and it actually takes out Janssen. Oh my goodness. Marcy going slightly wide, 0.2 seconds between them. It is going to be very close coming across the line. 0.3 seconds now. It's closing. Oh my goodness, and Marcy touches the gravel. That's unsettled him slightly, and that gap was closing fairly quickly, but it looks like Topinka has managed to stay ahead through the penultimate corner. One more corner to go, and Topinka, under some good pressure from Marcy, manages to stay ahead to take yet another race win. Topinka wins round 6 of the GT3 Season 4 Championship here at the Red Bull Ring. It's his 5th win of the season. Starting P4, he's made it all the way up to P1 and stayed consistent despite the pressure. And Marcy, a job well done. Even though he didn't get the race win, it was still great racing between these two, and I'm sure they'll both have plenty to talk about. And here is Ozduru, the AM driver, coming across the line to take his first race win of the season. Ozduru wins round 6, and Manchip comes across to take also his 5th win of the season. So some milestones being reached. Craddock P2 in the AM class.